Hi guys, I'm Roger Knowles and welcome back to another episode of the Retro Rewind. In this episode we'll be taking a look at The Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers. The Lord of the Rings The Two Towers, the video game, was released in October 2002 and was an action hack-and-slash game developed by Stormfront Studios for PlayStation 2 and Xbox, and was developed for the Gamecube by Hypnos Entertainment. It's actually based on the first two films of the trilogy, The Fellowship of the Ring and The Two Towers by Peter Jackson and New Line Cinema. It's not an adaptation of J.R.R. Tolkien's novels, so anything from the novels not mentioned or depicted in the films could not be represented in the game. This was because Middle-earth Enterprises, formerly known as Tolkien Enterprises, struck up a contract with Vivendi to make video games based on the adaptation of the novels, whilst Electronic Arts held the rights to the video games based on the adaptations of the films. After the tutorial, the game gives the player a choice to play as Aragorn, Legolas or Gimli through action set pieces of the first and second film, culminating at the Battle of Helm's Deep. The game had a simplistic but still interesting skill tree for each character. After completing each mission, you would gain points reflecting on how well you had performed. You could then use these points to unlock special combos and upgrades for your character. Combos were an important part of the combat, with each character having access to a unique list of combos which are achieved by stringing specific button presses together. Additionally, each character is more skilled at particular types of combat. Gimli is the strongest melee fighter, Legolas is more deadly at ranged combat, and Aragorn is a more balanced character, offering strong melee and ranged attacks. The game would encourage you to string as many combos together as possible to increase your points earned at the end of the mission. Interestingly, the game was released before the Two Towers film, and actually contained exclusive film footage not yet released in any trailer for the film, so the only way for fans to see this footage was for them to play the game. The game was very well received, averaging around 8.5 out of 10 from most media outlets. The title was one of the top selling console titles of 2002 and 2003 and was widely praised for its seamless transition from actual movie footage to interactive gameplay.
Carry the face of us all, little one.
If by my life or death I can protect you, I will.
You have my sword.
And you have my bow.
And my axe.
Right then guys, you know what's going to happen now. We're going to take you through one of the levels of the game, just to show off some of the gameplay. When I start off this level, I'm not going to show you the beginning bit of it because a lot of it is actually cutscenes from the movie, and I don't want New Line Cinema to bring down my channel, so you can understand that, right? I don't want to be copyrighted, so I'll probably cut it at some point, so I'll just jump pretty much straight into the gameplay. The mission we're going to do, or the chapter or section of the game we're going to do, is near the end. It's on the wall of Helm's Deep, if you remember from the film The Two Towers, when you're playing as Aragorn, Gimli or Legolas, and you are with the elves, so we don't want this to keep going out. Go back to main menu, don't play trailer. And you fight alongside the elves against the Uruk-hai and orcs that are trying to get onto the walls of Helm's Deep using the ladders. So yes, we're going to play that bit. So let's just jump straight in, shall we? Right guys, it's just kicked in with the gameplay aspect of it. Faded away very nicely from the actual film footage. So let's get on with it. We're going to be playing as Aragorn. I do personally like to play as Legolas. I think his bow skills are so much more superior. But the way that I play with Legolas is that I can actually fire off some shots from away from the actual what I can see on screen and knowing that I'm going to hit enemies. And as much as that's really effective to play, it's not very effective for when you're wanting to show people the game because the enemies are dying off screen. And I'm struggling to see these enemies here. Oh, got him right. What we're having to do here, we're on the wall of Helm's Deep, fighting off hordes of enemies. And what we have to do is run along. Oh, some health there. Didn't realise it was. Some more there. Quite a bit of health drop already. We have to run around and we have to knock down the ladders as well as keep the enemies off the wall, just kill them. As you can see on the top right hand part of the screen, there's like a little picture with red dots on. The red dots represent ladders, and the bar, which is filling up very quickly actually, is enemies. We want to get that bar down as low as possible. And that goes down with us killing enemies. So basically, the further the bar along, the more the enemies are on the wall. And we're getting overrun. You just need to make sure you got to sort of like manage it so then you're not sticking around in one area for too long and getting bogged down with letting the ladders come up. You know, you got to make sure those ladders go down. Okay, let's move on. Okay, there's a lot of ladders over here now. So in case of going back and forth, it's a very simple gameplay and like level design, really, but it's really, really good fun. I'd say this is probably one of the best missions in actually the whole game. The whole Helm's Deep section is probably the most superior compared to the other missions. They're all very good, but I think this, and then in the next mission you're fighting off waves of more enemies to stop them from getting near the gates, where you've sent a load of women and children through. And then the final chapter of Helm's Deep is actually fighting in the keep, which again is really, really good. But I like this one where you're having to constantly keep moving, you're not just stood still fighting. It doesn't become repetitive as much. Oh god, I'm not doing very well actually. I've actually got a really good move to fight off orcs, but these are goblins and it's not as effective against them. It's like an automatic parry and counter attack, which looks really cool, but there doesn't seem to be one for the goblins, which is a shame. Hopefully I'll be able to show that move off in a bit. If you get really good at someone doing the combos, you can really... There we go, got him. There we go. This is a little bit of a combo counter. I got him again. Cool. What's good about it, actually, the combat around you all stops when you're pulling those moves off. So basically what that allows is it stops the game from getting ahead of you while you're stuck in this animation. Oh god, all the ladders are back up. And really, I'm maybe just sticking around in one area a little bit too long. I need to keep moving. Maybe start to ignore a few enemies. Just concentrate. Because the NPCs of the elves and Gimli and Legolas will fight the enemies off and will kill them. So they're not just standing around doing nothing. They are actually getting involved in the fight and are actually helping you. There we go. You see, look, I'm just concentrating a little bit more on the ladders this run round. And let's see if we can take this one down while he's there. Yeah. Move out the way, Legolas. So let's get up through this middle section again. As the mission goes on, enemies getting up like there we go. We've got some more orcs here now. We've got Urukai as well. Not good. And Urukai are naturally more stronger and will give out more attacks. They'll knock you down a lot more as well. Good. Okay, I've got perfect ability. So I've built on my combos so much. Now I should be able to do like one-hit kills and get perfect attacks. Which is basically the aim of the game. You want to try and kill as many enemies as quickly as possible without being hit yourself. And with that, trying to kill them with combos allows you to gain more points and build up that momentum bar, which is in the bottom left there. If you get that up to max, it allows you to get to the perfect sort of like ultra mode where you can just kill them all in one go. Oh god, saw him coming. The other thing with it is that the movement of the character is a bit weird sometimes. If you start attacking, it's hard to change direction. Come on, somebody hit me. Damn it. Kind of wanted to parry, then I could do my counter. Damn it. Not doing too bad. I'm not really pulling off as many combos as I wanted to basically show off. But the whole element of this, of the lighting and the actual movements of the orcs is really, really good. To say this is PlayStation 2, the graphics were absolutely immense, which I guess maybe I'm knocking PS2 a little bit, but just for the time, it's really good. Oh, he should have gone down. He should not have got up. A bit cheeky. Oh god. No. Oh god, we're at red. That's not good. Oh, back down to orange, yellow. That's good. Oh, back up red again. Get this ladder down. Get this ladder down. Spending way too much time up here. What's one advantage with the enemy firing arrows and stuff and bombardments? It actually hits some of their own men on the wall, which really helps, especially when you're getting overrun. Does help. I think we're only just coming up to halfway on this mission here. This is getting quite. Look, most of the elves on this side are dead now, so there's only Gimli there. There's not many on the middle centre. Oh, here we go. A little cutscene. And while this is happening, I'm going to have a quick drink. Okay, so they're going to start firing the full bombardments now, which are going to help initially because it's going to kill already the orcs and Urukai, which are on the walls. But then it's going to basically clear off the rest of the elves which are on here. And that's when we're going to have a few problems. Oh, we've got a berserker as well here. You might remember them from the movie. They were... it first appears on the Helm's Deep wall, and I think Aragon faces off with one. They're pretty much naked. That makes any point. And they've got like a singular face plate on the front of them. And they've got a humongous two-handed sword. They wear next to no armor, but they're so massive. I remember actually on the film of Two Towers, when one comes over the wall, it like takes out 4 or 5 elves in one swing. And they're a bit of a pain in this game. But if you're able to time it right, you can count on them quite quickly and kill them with pretty much one hit. But yeah, it's all due timing. We've done it! We've done it!
They're fallen back. It is over for now.
But the whole element of it, the graphic style, the sound, the music of the film, from the film, really helps build the atmosphere of this game. And you get certain sequences like this where the graphics are actually really good, really well done. Boom. So there we have it, guys. Thank you so much for watching this retro rewind of the Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers for the PlayStation 2, which also came out on Xbox and the Gamecube. And yeah, it's one of those games where I think if you've still got a PlayStation 2, or if you've got the PlayStation 3, which was, I think the first lot of them were backwards compatible, if you've still got one of those, pick up the Two Towers, and if you're a massive Lord of the Rings fan, you're going to love it. And if you're not, then it is a film tying. But like I said, if you are a Lord of the Rings fan, you're going to love going back to one of these games, especially if you missed it. So, thank you very much, guys. I'm Roger Knowles. This is Always Games TV, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.